What's up, y'all? It's your boy QP. Nerds rule the world. Back for another infamous review of a dope-ass film. Joining me today is my pal from the Peach Review, Mr. John Jones. How are you, sir?
Fantastic. Ready to dig into this movie.
All right, man. I'm excited as well. You're the one that actually, I got to tell you, you and I both interact with all these different companies and all that. Shout out to our friends at WellGo. You know the laundry list of stuff we got to do. When you were talking to me that you peeped this film, I was like, you know what? I'll move that up my to-do list. So that's why that's starting this conversation today, man, because we got some things to talk about. We're talking about YADANG, the snitch. Essentially, John was snitching on this film. So he got me snitching on this film. And we're going to do all the snitching. But before we do that, let's check out the trailer real quick. And then John and I will give our thoughts on YADANG, the snitch. You ready, John?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's check out this trailer. Shout out to WellGo USA again. They take this.
너 야당 한번 해봐라. 전문적으로다가.
대한민국 마약파는 세 분류로 나뉜다. 약을 파는 놈과 그걸 잡는 놈, 그리고 그 놈들을 엮어주는 나 같은 놈.
범죄 혐의가 있으면 수사하는 게 검사야. 그게 뭐 이상해?
준비됐으면 들어가자. 오케이, 가시죠.
너 내 이름이 뭔지 모르지? 차이 새끼야. 나랑 발짝 끼고 포토라인 한번 걸어볼까?
야당 새끼가 검사랑 붙어 무시.
니네 뭐냐? 네가 여기 대가리구나. 위로 올라가고 싶죠? 우리 크게 한번 갑시다. 각자 잘 맞출 자신 있음? 그냥 내 방식대로 갑니다. 야당 짓 한번 제대로 해보자고요.
네.
All right, there you go. YADANG the Snitch in theaters right now from WellGo USA Entertainment. I'm going to break down a little bit of the story and the cast involved. And then me and my man John Jones will give you our thoughts, our review. We're going to snitch on YADANG the Snitch. All right, so first up, I'm probably going to brutalize these names. The Korean language isn't my first language, so my apologies to everyone that is of Korean descent. I have nothing but love. I'm just doing my best to honor and respect the entire cast and crew. And I'm only going to also highlight a short amount of folks. But as I always say here on the NRW, as a fellow filmmaker, it takes a village to create an amazing piece of work. So shout out to everybody, the entire team on YADANG the Snitch. So real quick, the director is Hwang Byeong-gug. Again, my apologies if I'm mispronouncing it. That is the director. Lead stars that are mentioned on IMDb are Kang Ha-neul, Yoo Hae-jin, and Park Hae-joon. We also have Chai Won-bin and Ryo Kang-suoo. That's your main cast in your crew as per IMDb. And you know what? I want to also give a shout out to the writer. As a fellow writer, I always like to give love to the writer. Let me see if I can't find that real quickly for y'all. We have, is it not popping up? It's not popping up right now for me. Okay. Well, respect and love to the entire cast and crew. Real brief on the story. As you saw from the trailer, that we talk about snitches. The lead snitch is is it Park Hae-joon? No, it's Kang Ha-neul, who plays Lee Kang-soo. We see him helping out the police to kick off the film, but then we backtrack into his story on how he became a police snitch informant. We take it back to how he was initially running the streets. He got popped selling this drug. He then goes to jail. While he's in jail, he becomes an informant for the police to help speed up his time because the brother doesn't want to be in jail. So he was like, you know what? Ain't nothing wrong snitching, because it's about helping the people as well. So he becomes a police informant. That in turn gets him out of prison because he's done so well. And they figured out a way how he can help on the streets outside of the prison to take down these bad guys, these dealers. And we then get into the larger part of the story where there's this new kind of drug that is taking people out and making people crazy and making them drink a lot of Coke or Pepsi. It was John will have to help me out with that one. And they find out that there's a son of a government official involved. There's a actress that gets involved with this drug, and that leads to an interesting combination of folks who are. There's also some corruption going down into the police department. That then spirals into bigger things, but I don't want to spoil the rest of the story. But it's a very cool, action-packed, interesting ride with a lot of different characters and how just the different parts of society, both in government, the streets, within the police force, working as an informant of the police force, and the corruption inside the police force can all lead into solving this kind of drug epidemic and what's going on. So there's your basic gist of the story and your cast. Let me throw it to my man John. How did you first hear this? Was it through Well Go when you first saw the trailer? What were your thoughts initially before watching the film?
Man, I have to shout out my man Will from Blade Vista PR on behalf of Well Go. He sent it my way. I saw the trailer. I was like, this trailer is mad. I gotta watch this. So I watched it and I thought it was incredible. This drug-fueled, action-packed, crazy thrill ride. Thankfully, you know, the dubbing was solid. So yeah, I thought it was amazing. So real quick, to kind of just supplement what you were saying, it follows basically Kang, who is the snitch, and then the prosecutor Kuoo. And the thing is, what they were talking about in Korea is that they have 2,500 prosecutors, and only 1% of them will become a high-ranking chief prosecutor. So that is and the rest and the other 99% have to resign if they don't make it to, they have to resign within 10 years. So if you don't become that next higher role, if you don't get that role, then you have to resign. So that was what pushed the prosecutor to kind of get his hands dirty to get what he needed to get done so he could get up to that next level. Because if he didn't hit that next level, then he would have to retire. And so that's why he was entering his 10th year. And then that's why he started doing what he did with Kang. Now, Kang, the main character, Kang is hilarious. Like, he's rolling around the streets of Korea in this Hummer H2, just blasting music. And yes, for some reason, the people that were getting interrogated and sometimes people in the club were just they were just downing cola. I don't know what cola. I don't know why. I don't know why. But even when he convinced someone to snitch, he would just, hey, drink this. And they were just downing cola. I don't know the relevance, but it was interesting.
Made them thirsty. They're thirsty.
Made them thirsty. So yeah, this dude made a living out of snitching. A nice living out of snitching.
Definitely. And
somebody
who worked in security, I don't think, and somebody who's a big brother and you know, society. I think there's positive and negative connotations to snitching, but overall, to me, snitching, you got to take care of your people. You shouldn't be doing no wrong. You know, the only people that really have problems with snitching are people that are doing wrong and know they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing. You know what I'm saying, John?
Yeah.
Just saying, because you know there's a lot of negative connotation about snitching.
Yes, quite a few.
Anyway, thanks for filling in those gaps that you know I didn't probably articulate as well.
All good.
But so with that being said, we stepped in. We both watched this film, and shout out to Will Zhang with Blade Vista PR. Both of you and I are dealing with the same cat.
Cool.
Appreciate the recommendation, and like I said, you kind of got me hyped to check it out, and I was like, this is a wild film, but there's a lot of different intricacies within it that I really appreciated that you don't normally get with American films because it's very layered. And it was an exciting watch. So what did you think of the overall tone of the story and following Kang Ha-neul that we know from Squid Game 2, Yoo Hae-jin from Exhuma, and Park Hae-joon from When Life Gives You Tangerines?
I mean, I thought it was fantastic. I mean, the action scenes were amazing, and your boy Kang, I mean, this portrayal of this untouchable playboy was comedy gold. I thought it was really good. It felt a tad bit long, like it felt kind of long.
Yeah.
But I liked, for example, the layers you were talking about. So without getting, without spoiling it, so Kang's journey basically, because at first it seemed like it was gonna go full speed ahead, and then it falls off, and when he's trying to come back around, there were some unexpected twists that I could appreciate. Because, like you said, normally in American film, it would have been like, oh, when it pivots this way, okay, it's going to go straight like that. And it didn't, to my surprise. I was pleasantly surprised. So I like the writing, I like the direction. And even though it would have been a fine movie without the other two characters, I even liked the way that they involved the other two characters. Well, three characters actually. The actress who
Yes.
got involved. The guy who was traveling with the actress, he traveled around with her and also like watched Kang kind of like make his comeback. And then I want to get his name right because his nickname was Jade Emperor. Yes, Jade Emperor.
Yeah.
Jade. Yes.
The other like cop member, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was a captain. And
Yes.
so, yeah, so with the other guy being a prosecutor, he outranked him, and that's kind of where there was a little bit of a clashing there because he kept ruining his investigations. But so, yeah, I mean, I thought it was amazing. Kang was hilarious, absolutely hilarious. They kept using. I thought it was interesting that they repeatedly used the term junkies. Did you notice that they used the term junkies a lot?
You know what? Yeah.
They used it a lot, and I was like,
Maybe it's like a terminology that's like, now becoming a thing there.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They were strung off that drug. It got them drinking a lot of coke and getting a
Dude,
little crazy. So
it seemed like
junkies on
everybody
it.
was high in this movie.
Yeah. And then they got, spoilers, the people involved that we know. Well, I didn't say who yet, but how in turn, just all the layers of this film, and like you said, just all the different characters and how it's an unlikely trio that comes together for the resolution at the end. I really liked how they pieced that and how certain things happen, without spoiling, to get that information out to the end. You know what I'm saying? How it's
Mhm.
made known, because you think they got him, but no, then there's like this whole other part, and where it felt a little long, you're right. But then how it all comes together and how they finally come to that final resolution and everything's worked out and things are made known was really well done.
Yeah,
I think. And
I
how,
agree.
and then they tell you how they did it in like in a flashback sequence to a degree.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was very pleasantly surprised by this film, man. It reminded me of like those older Asian films I used to dig, like Old Boy and it's just some the Speak of the Sound of the Devil. I'm messing that up, but just some of that classic Asian film work that they get of just these crime thrillers with
hmm
different layers. It's really well done. It's very unlike here in America where they kind of only make you travel with one guy and he's winning the whole time. Nah, Khan was going back. He was losing, and
yeah,
and then he needed other cats, and that's really what society is all about, and how we get to a final resolution and solve something. So definitely appreciate the film, man. Gets a thumbs up from me. Final verdict from my man John Jones. What do you got, man?
Oh, I did my review, 9 out of 10. I would definitely suggest people to watch it. It's different from your typical action film in the States. I would highly advise you check it out. I'm not sure it's still in these theaters, but at the time, here it was playing in Hanover at Cinemark Egyptian and in Fairfax at Regal Fairfax Town Center. So I'd still holler at those places online, see if it's still there. But yeah, excellent. And also, shout out Welgo, the same people who made Escape, Twilight of the Warriors, Walled In, and now you got Yadang the Snitch. I watched Sniper the White Raven too. Yeah, Welgo USA makes solid films. Solid.
Shout out to Wellgo. Shout out to Blade Vista PR. And as John was saying, if you're in the DC area in particular, although we know we get a lot of people outside of DC,
Yeah,
if you're in the DC area, just check your local theater listings, see what they got. But keep your eyes on it because it'll be coming to digital. It'll be coming to on demand. You can check it out if it's not available in your theater and see it there. But thanks. Salute to my brother John with the Peach Review. How can people check you out online if they want to support some of your written reviews? And you cover a lot of things on soccer and music as well, man. How can people check you out?
Appreciate that. We have everything at thepeachreview.com. So that's music, theater, sports, film reviews, TV reviews. That's thepeachreview.com. And then on socials, it's at the Peach Review, all one word.
There you go. That's my brother John Jones of the Peach Review. Show him love. Follow, subscribe, do all the things at his link in the description below. And shout out to WellGo USA Entertainment for hooking us up. Blake, Mr. PR, our brother Will Zhang. We'll be talking more WellGo USA projects for sure here at the Nerds Rule the World. And of course, over at the Peach Review. So there you go. Those are our thoughts on it. If you checked out the film, if you enjoyed it, if you didn't enjoy it, let us know. Let's talk about it in the comments below. That's my brother John Jones. I'm Kuoo P. Nerds rule the world.
Nerds rule the world.
All right.
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world.
Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Awesome. Kuoo P. Nerds rule the world. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
Nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like Nerds rule the world. Like, I want more black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, nerds rule. Love it.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julian.
Yes, nerds rule. Yes,
rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
But yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
absolutely.
And you're right. Nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies.
so much.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
It's your boy Kuoo P. Nerds rule the world. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
They rule the world all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.